Hi Tara Lovelies, it's Ethany and it's Friday, which means it is First Impressions Friday here on my channel. And today I have a new deck. It is the Ember and Aura Tarot by Jamie Richardson, and there's goodies in here. There is some tarot goodies in here, I'm not going to lie to you. This is a deck that I have found. I'm carrying it very carefully because I accidentally punctured the packaging and flowers are falling out of it already, so I don't want it to go absolutely everywhere. So this was a deck that I found on Instagram from the owner of Ember and Aura and the creator of the deck, and Jamie sent me over a deck to share with you all. So let's swap over these cameras. I don't know why my camera is being all like giving me soft vibes, and we will go through the Ember and Aura Tarot together. Okay, lovelies, now we're going to go through the Ember and Aura Tarot by Jamie Richardson, and I have this beautiful piece of Palo Santo that came with my deck. I also got some gorgeous rose petals and lavender too, so thank you so much for the extra goodies. I am so excited about this deck. So I found this deck, as I mentioned, on Instagram. So it comes with a guidebook. We've got some, so we'll go through that after we've had a look at the deck itself. Okay. Ember and Aura. Emberandaura.com, 2018, 78 card tarot deck, illustrated by Jamie Richardson. You can find Jamie and Ember and Aura on the grams. So beautiful. Oh, I've been so excited. The hard thing about getting, I buy a lot of tarot decks, and I also get given a lot of tarot decks. And when I'm busy, like I've been traveling a lot, I've been trying to get things ready for my book launch. Sometimes they sit on my shelf and I get like really itchy to work with them. Yeah, it can be very hard. So I'm very glad I'm doing this today. So these are the backs. They are reversible. It comes with that very, it's a glossy finish, so it will fan out very, very well. The cards are a larger size. It is a bigger than normal tarot card size for sure. The Fool. I fell in love with this deck when I saw it on Instagram, and I had to reach out to Jamie and say, can I share this with my people? The Magician. So gorgeous. The High Priestess. I'm always in awe of artists. I don't consider myself to be very good at art. We have the Empress. You can see these are watercolors. Love how there's like that little throw to the Nine of Pentacles too. The Emperor. Kind of reminds me of Tim Gunn. The Hierophant. Key and the Flame and the Dove of Peace. The Lovers. Oh, this Chariot, dead. The Chariot, gorgeous. Strength. It's a big kitty, the Hermit, emerging from the cave, being in the womb of the mother, that resilient tree, and the gorgeous symbols there. The Wheel of Fortune, the seasons, also the feet like walking on the wheel. Love, some are flat, some are raised, some are on their tippy toes. That's awesome. Justice. I like how that's a collaborative card, because Justice is usually just seen as a solitary figure. The Hanged One, Death, beautiful. Temperance. The Devil. The Shadows. What's cool about this one, I love that the wings are on the wall. So that person could have totally have been lured there. I love that the cloak is showing no face. So it's like the projection or whatever we choose to see when we see the devil or our shadow side. And the blindness, but the key is right there in the cage. That's great symbols in there. The Tower. I love that it's a pyramid. It's very cool. The Star. The Moon. The Sun. So this is an indie deck by Jamie Richardson. You know, do love to send a lot of love to the indie creators. Judgment. The World. I can see this deck being really good for people who may not totally kind of get the tarot, that are still in that space of like the tarot is a bit taboo and maybe it's a little bit scary. This is definitely not a scary feel deck. I love, look, give me scare. I'm like, let's do this thing. But I get that it's not everyone's thing for a number of reasons. So I do adore that this would be very approachable. 3 of Cups. So the minors are, some of them are a little bit more minimalistic and they don't have people, and some of them do. The 4. The 5 of Cups. I have seen that as a really cool trend in tarot, that the minors are not Marseille, they're not Pip, but they're kind of like Pip +1. Pip 2.0, where it's like you're getting a little bit more than just the number of cups, and that's kind of cool. 7, the 8, and then we come like to the 8, which is a very more traditional, turning the back on and walking away under the eclipse. The 9 of Cups. That's very cool. The 10. So now we have the first court. We have the daughter in place of the page, or instead of the sun, instead of the knight, the diviner instead of the queen, and the sage instead of the king. And that's a very feminine king if you're doing the King of Cups, but I don't see the court as having or being a particular gender. So I do really like that court association, the ace. And that's another trend that I've found that is becoming more and more popular, is we're exploring the court in different ways, and we're looking at them through different lenses, and we're bringing different elements to them. And I am all for that. The 2, so coins instead of pentacles. Again, another more approachable entry point here, because pentacle, even the word pentacle can give some people, even though it just means 5, pent just means 5, can give people, you know, images of a shocky B-grade horror movie with pentagram in the middle of the floor. Again, I'm all for that kind of stuff, but I know not everybody is. Oh, I love this 7. And I do like this too, because Project Runway, baby. I wish in another life I would have been a fashion designer. I can't even sew a button. I will make you a 3-course meal. I will play music. I will read your cards. I will write you whatever you want. But I will not. I can't sew. Don't like it, can't do it. 9 of Coins. Goodness. can't do everything, right? God had to be like a little bit, to give me some flaws. The daughter, I'm obviously joking. The daughter, I love that, like in my tarot court, and I'm referring to it, if you listen to my videos enough, I'll say in my tarot court, because my book is called Your Tarot Court, and it's the way that I read the tarot, and so it's my tarot courts, and I'm just saying it's like, that's how I view it, and not everyone has to view it that way. But the Page of Pentacles is my naturalist, is the earth child, is the play in the mud, loves animals more than anything, green thumb. So this is very that for me. I like that, the Son of Coins. Because it kind of reminds you, like, you know, this person's gone on a journey. The frame, the diviner. Oh, beautiful on the belly. Sacral chakra. And the sage. Look at all these gorgeous herbs in the apothecary. Okay, the ace. The 2. Three of Swords. Such beautiful soft colors as well. These soft pastel, muted yellows and pinks and oranges and blues. I am a fan of that. 7 of Swords, I like that. It's got to be a sharp way to climb, and what amazing sort of imagery and symbolism around, like, we choose the way in which we get out of situations, and we can choose the hard path or the easy path. Yeah, there's a lot there. The 8 of Swords, I'd have fun with that card. The 9 of Swords, getting stuck in the hair, I like that. That's interesting too, because hair is old cells, and in a lot of traditions and a lot of indigenous cultures, cutting the hair is a no-no, right? Because of the cellular DNA in there, and the memory in there, and the magic in there. And what I like about this card particularly is that the swords are caught in the hair and the memory. And that's true, the moment may have passed, those hurtful words may have passed, or someone may have said something mean to us, but it does live on in our memory and in our cells. That's why we get triggered sometimes. It's a really good representation of that card. 10 of Swords. Daughter of Swords. The Son of Swords. Yes, Queen of Swords, Diviner of Swords, rad as. And then the Sage of Swords. Now we are onto the wands. I like how these ones are on fire. Digging it. This is a really beautiful deck. It's very, very aesthetically pleasing. I am liking it. 5. It definitely has a feel to it. And you're either going to really vibe with it or not. So I am a tarot junkie. I will take all of the decks and all of the interpretations and explorations and expressions. 9 of Wands, oh, that's a really good, that's a cool representation there too. It's like, kind of reminds me of some epic adventure where you have to light the fires to warn them, you know, the signal fires. I like that a lot. The 10 of Wands. Oh, that's a beautiful Daughter of Wands. Lots of very dancery poses in this deck. The Son of Wands. It's interesting that the Knights are framed in this deck. Because the Knights for me are unbridled, like their movement and freedom and modes of transportation, and these are very cloistered. The Diviner of Wands, she's gorgeous. And the Sage of Wands. Okay, so let's have a look through the guidebook real quick and then I'll pick a card. Oh dear. So you've got gratitude. Sorry, I'm reading that. So this is how the deck became about. The tarot as a spiritual tool. The Ember and Aura Tarot. The Major Arcana. Then we jump right in. The Minor Arcana. And then suggested reading. Oh, okay, we have in memory of and some thanks. So there's no like how to bless the cards or like how to read the tarot or any spreads, but it is the card meaning. Sorry, I'm just gonna move that over there. So let's see what we get with the meanings. The card stock is a 350 GSM. Because the deck is bigger, it is a little bit thicker, but it feels, this is the thing, it feels a little thinner than a 350, but it is. I know that because I'm now a paper person. I could work for Dunder Mifflin. Okay. The Three of Cups. What I love about this is it's Easter weekend as I'm recording these. As many of you know, I batch my videos, and I'm having a birthday dinner with friends tomorrow, my lovely friend Michelle. So it makes total sense that I got this. Okay. 3 cups pour forth a mutual support for one another. A successful one means success for all. Heartfelt sacrifice is made way for true companionship as all egos and barriers are dissolved. Upright support, harmony, friendship, reverse competition, selfishness, and jealousy. So I like how it's like, this is what it means. You know, I tend to be on the side of like giving a lot of information, and sometimes it's nice to just be like, this is what it means. I really think this is a beautiful deck. I love the palette of the deck. I love watercolors so very much. And I do like supporting these beautiful indie creators. So I will pop a link in the description below of where you can go and find the Ember and Aura Tarot and go and show Jamie Richardson some love. And thank you as always for watching.